Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the magnificent, the resplendent, the totally awesome Dr. Yukon Suck It. Yes, thank you so much. Yukon Suck It. Tell your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you once again from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck that I found over on the Aether Hub, put together and posted by one of my favorite deck builders, Dr. Bong Hits 420 PhD. Went to the same, he got the same doctorate program at Magic the Gathering School that I went to for 12 years. So this deck today looks incredibly cool. It's called SIMIC Slime. And let's take a look at the cards that are in here. We'll try to figure out what it does, and then we'll take it out on the track and put it through a few laps to see how well it works. At the low end, we've got Fading Hope, which bounces creatures back to their owner's hands. And potentially, if it was cheap enough, you can also scry as well. Otherworldly Gaze allows you to look at the top 3 cards of your library, put any number of them into your graveyard, and the rest back on top of your library in any order. It's actually pretty sweet, because this deck wants you to put lands into your graveyard, and this helps you do it. Willow Geist. Whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, you put a +1/+1 counter on this guy. When he dies, you gain him that much life. Let's find out if we're planning on having cards leaving our graveyard. We got the Reclusive Taxidermist, who it just puts out as a 1/2 for 2. He can put, add 1 mana of any color. Now, if you have 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, then she becomes a 4/4. And let's see. So this guy lets us put things into our graveyard. If we need it, we can boost these dudes up to 4/4s. Shigeki, the Jukai Visionary, goes out as a 1/3 for 2. You could bounce it back to your hand for 2, at which point you look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may put a land card from amongst them into the battlefield tapped. You put the rest into your graveyard. So this is another way that you can dump tons of cards into your graveyard. At which point, when you have it back in your hand, you can pay this extra cost to go and return target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. So we got some graveyard recursion. So that's one ability that will help to pump up Willow Geist right there. Teaching of the Kirin is a saga. The first thing it does, you mill 3 cards, so most stuff goes into your graveyard. You create a 1/1 color spirit token. Next turn, you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. And lastly, you put out this Kirin touched Orochi, which is a snake monk, even though he looks like a boss or something. Snake monk. Whenever it attacks, exile target creature card from a graveyard, either yours or somebody else's. If you do, you create a 1/1 color spirit token. If you exile a target non-creature card from a graveyard, yours or somebody else's, then you put a +1/+1 counter on a target creature you control. We've got the Croaking Counterpart. So this creates a token that's a copy of a target non-frog creature, except that it's also a 1/1 green frog. And you can play the flashback to bring it to play it a second time from your graveyard, which will boost up the Willow Geist. The thing I think you want to copy generally, because you don't want to copy legendaries because it'll still be a legendary and you'll have to kill it. So you don't want to copy him. You don't want to copy him. You don't want to copy either of these two, even though they're not creatures. It's Consuming Blob. That's what you want to copy, because we'll get into that in a little bit. Slogurk, the Overslime. We got to get used to these names. We got Slogurk and Grolnok. The Slogurk is a legendary OOZE. And he's a 3/3 for 3 with Trample. Whenever a land card is put into the graveyard from anywhere, and we've got a lot of the potential for that so far, you put a +1/+1 counter on Slogurk, the Overslime. I just like saying that. You remove 3 +1/+1 counters to return it to its owner's hand. And then when Slogurk leaves the battlefield, return to 3 target land cards from your graveyard to your hand. All right, he's got some action. We've got Grolnok here, which whenever he attacks, you mill 3 cards. So once again, we're throwing tons of stuff into the graveyard. Whatever that's going to help with, right? Whenever a permanent card is put into your graveyard from the library, exile it with the Croak counter on it. And then you may play lands and cast spells from amongst those that are exiled with croak counters on them. So with all the exile you're doing and Grolnok in play, you're going to be able to basically play a lot of stuff. We got Consuming Blob. This is, I think, the hero here. He costs 5 to put out. His power is equal to the number of card types amongst cards in your graveyard, and his toughness is equal to that same number plus 1. At the beginning of your end step, you create a OOZE token who has the same power and toughness qualifications. So basically, it's a copy, except for it's not capable of copying itself. So that's why if we can make copies of the main guy with the Croaking Counterpart, then the deal is that you'll be able to make babies with Croaking Counterpart's clone as well as the regular card, which means every turn you're going to get 2 of those guys out. And as the amount of stuff you're going to be porting into your graveyard, these guys should be pretty buff. Wrenn and Seven. When you throw it out, you put out a tree folk whose power and toughness equals the number of lands you control. We have the ability to be putting out a lot of lands with some of the stuff we got going on, like Shigeki there. You can then reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put all the land cards into your hand, the rest into your graveyard. We kind of want stuff to go to the graveyard, so this guy's going to be a big helper. Otherwise, you could pay 0 to put all the land cards from your hand into the battlefield tap, which will make your tree folk that much bigger. And I don't care about the -8, so whatever, right? We got Tamiyo, the completed Sage. Costs you 5 to put out, potentially 4. If you're willing to sacrifice a little life for it, she comes out as a 5. Plus 1, tap up to 1 targeted artifact or creature it doesn't untap during its controller's next untap phase. So that keeps something tapped for a while. And then for -X, you can exile target non-land permanent card with a mana value of X or less from your graveyard. You create a token of it that's a copy of that card. So you can pretty much go to your graveyard and make a copy of anything that's 5 or less, which would be everything in this deck, and put that into play. If you get this person up to 7, you could create a artifact token that is spells. It's the, what is it called? Spells you cast cost 2 or less to cast. Should be fantastic. Oh, it's Tamiyo's Notebook. And you could tap it to draw a card. So that's pretty sweet. If you can get up that high, it's pretty rare for me. He usually just gets killed well before that. All right, in the land category, we got basic lands, we got basic forests, we got Kamigawa Blue, which bounces stuff, Kamigawa Green, which disenchants, and we got the semi-fast dual lands of green and blue. So it looks like we're going to be pouring tons of stuff into the graveyard, trying to get a lot of stuff out. And if we can get Grolnok out, we'll be able to play anything that Grolnok put a croak counter on. So let's see how this deck works out. Oh, let's hope for the best. All right, playing against kunzstephan. 1, 2, 3. All right, let's keep it. Keep. He's getting something. Probably Tamiyo. Yeah. All right, we are going to green up. Put out the Willow Geist. He's got trample. All right, 2 is going to get us. And let's go for the Taxidermist. That's a guaranteed land. I'll attack with the Trampler. Mission accomplished. Time to wipe the board, apparently. I gain life equal to its power. Alright, there is 3. Let's put out another Reclusive Taxidermist. And the Jukai. Why not? Flooded the board with massive power. That's right. Marvel and goggle at everything I've slathered before you. Come on back, yo. Putting them in your graveyard, huh? 1, 2. There we go. That should be fine. Alright, so technically I could bring Tamiyo back. What's this guy gonna do? You gonna sacrifice anything? Planeswalker, maybe? All right, we're giving up somebody just for the sake of getting rid of Liliana. What is this? Every game I instep, he just starts making babies. Well, that's pretty sweet. Well, it was nice while it lasted. Did you do it? Nope, really not. No cards to choose. Alright, and it costs me 2, and then I can... 1. Bring back our friend, the Consuming Blob. Auto pay. And I'll attack. I didn't think so. It tells me these aren't going to last very long. Nice. Think he's going to give it up? Yes, he is. Alright, gotta let it resolve. And make a baby. How about this one? Now, these are not legendary, so that's gonna work out pretty well. I think I'm going to save his life. Look who's back, everybody. It's Consuming Blob. Let's see what we can do about this here. Graveyard time, huh? I like the Overslime there. And we got a third. Well, we're going to be chewing through this a little bit. It's not the greatest in the world. Whenever plus one, 3 movers. Yeah, I'm not sure how great that's going to be, but what will be great? Making a copy of that guy. All attack. There's some copies. We'll get rid of this guy. We'll sacrifice a creature. We'll get rid of that. All right, Steven, I'm coming for you, my friend. Dang it. Here's another. All attack. All right, the guy's got a 6/4 on his attack. Not bad. I think I got him. He's dead. I don't think he could do anything. And that's the first step right there. That's got to be able to sneak 2 of them through. Man, he's just going for it. Yeah, you have the ability to pin people down, don't you? Like that. And send them in. Oh, and he's still at 1 like a sucker. There we go. That is victory. All right, we're going against lFonseca. Arthur Fonza. 1, 2. 3. All right, keep. Reclusive Taxidermist. Get Shigeki out there to get us some more mana, maybe. And let's send in Sergio. Going for Shigeki. All right. All right, so there is 4 mana, which I'm not sure it's worth getting out Tamiyo over. Get a copy of it. Yeah, but I have to return it. That's not really worth doing. All right, so there's a trick right there. Let's see if he tries to double up on me. He does not. Otherworldly Gaze. Going to play it on this turn. Take the damage. All right, so I do need I need these 2 lands is what I need. Let's just keep it. We're going to take the land. We're going to take the taxidermist. And let's take it in this order. All right. Oh, dang it. I had 4 lands. I thought I needed the extra there. All I did was slow myself down. Well, I'm just an idiot pushing buttons like crazy. Gonna let it through, thinking it was a trick. Nice. Let's go for the kill, I guess. All right, Consuming Blob. No attacks. And number 2. It's not cool when I got all the beef, huh? You're going after the mama. I understand it. All right, comes Consuming Blob number 2. Go ahead and chump it, Chumpy Chumperson. All right, what we need is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going back to Consuming Blob. Nice to see you. Next in, all attack. Chomp. Jump! Got him down to 8. There's a couple more babies. And we win! All hail slime. Our opponent against, was it Novantium? Novantium. That seems okay. Alright, we're going to keep it. I like what we see. We'll work our way towards Consuming Blob in a frog version of it. Slow land. Get rid of Slogurk there. All right. Shigeki. I need 2 greens, and I'm not getting it. Shigeki could help us out with that, hopefully. All right, green mana, green mana, green mana. Good. Green. All right, which means on the next turn we could put out a Consuming Blob. It also could mean that it could be killed, and that wouldn't be terribly great. But we got to play the game. Got to go forward, not backwards. Twirling, ever twirling into the future. At least I'm getting one baby out of it. Alright, here's a tree folk. I'll attack. I'm fairly certain I can make a copy of a tree folk and he will be super pumped. In fact, possibly even more so. Can that tree folk stay alive is the problem. I guess you're coming after the baby there. Yeah, good for you. Let's see, let's tree up. Make a dupe. Come on in on the Wandering Emperor. I'm going to go ahead and bounce that guy back now while we have the opportunity. And I'm not particularly worried about it. Oh, the frog is not like the other guy. That sucks. Why wouldn't he have the tree folk's ability? He just has reach, that's it? Yeah, that seems crazy. Alright, prepare to be killed by a frog. There we go, the frog gets it. Let's see, we'll go all attack. Tree folk costs 3, unfortunately. I'm gonna pump this guy again. And we're gonna Shigeki like crazy. Actually, you know, I can't do. Did I use this thing up already? I got plenty. Once I can double up, I can bring back one of the OOZEs. Is that what I can do? Or did it get exiled to nothingness? That's where it's at. I don't need this. I don't need that. Alright, let's just go see what we can find. Graveyard. Alright. Let me tell you, you're going after Wrenn and Seven, aren't you? Let's go see what we can do with this. Nothing, huh? Frog looks interesting. I'm down to 19. That's right, he's an Overslime. Those otherworldly gazes will help with getting lands into the graveyard. I can't protect him, so I guess that's all there is to it. That's a lot there. Fast to attackers. My turn. That's just a lot of land. Whenever a frog attacks me, when a permanent put into a graveyard library. Okay, whatever. Put counter. Oh, we can just do this. Who do we want back? I want that guy back, is what I want. Okay, I'm going to say decline. What will that do? There we go. Next to combat. Yeah, take him down, man. I guess. What am I doing to my hand here? Do I have the ability to do anything cool? Beats me. That's a sorcery. Alright, next. Alright, there's some slime babies. He's trying to take them. And another. He's mostly scared of the slime babies there. Alright, let's grab ourselves a land. Let's put out another consuming slime. Let's go ahead and make a copy. And we win! Suck it, suckerfish. Slime stealing sucker. Victory! Alright, playing against Scare CZ. Scare says keep. I think I'll focus my otherworldly gaze. If I'm ever allowed to have a turn. Pump, 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 pump. Here we go. The worldly gaze. What do I put into the graveyard? I really don't need this much. Would like one more maybe. Nope, I got everything I need. Alright, there's a taxidermist. Night dragon. All right, number 3, we'll go with that one right there. At which point that means I can put out a Tamiyo. Why not, right? Oh, she requires 5. I can play with life, can't I? Let's play with life. And we'll just pin this guy down. I increase her awesome power. Alright, and we're going to Wrenn and Seven. Put out a Tree Folk. And then we will pin that guy down. You getting there, Tamiyo? Oh no. Oh good, left Tamiyo alone. Alright, Reclusive Taxidermist. Pin that guy down. All right, let's see what the future holds. Not sure the Overslime is something I really care about that much, but 1 and 2. And we win! Victory! All right, so here we are with the SIMIC slime. And who was the real hero of today? It was Consuming Blob. That guy was the man. I love the fact that, yeah, he put out a baby exactly like him, cloned him up every single turn. And because it wasn't legendary, you could pop out copies of them, just making those guys over and over again. I mean, it was a lot like, I can't remember their names now. That insect thing. That every time a land would come into play, it would create a copy of itself. Man, except for the fact that it was a lot more consistent because I didn't have to do anything other than sort of protect it. That was about it. Not that we had any ability to protect. I'm still not exactly sure what Grolnok the Omnivore does. When a permanent puts in your graveyard from your library, exile with the Croak counter, you may play lands and cast spells from amongst those. Okay. So basically, as you get rid of things, you can replay them out of your graveyard with this guy. And yeah. I mean, the Croaking Counterpart on the Consuming Blob was a fantastic way of making a ton of those guys, hopefully keeping them alive. Yeah, we saw a lot of guys like Slogurk here and Willow Geist. It never really seemed to get anywhere. I mean, I think they really need cards to be. This one needs them to leave the graveyard. This one needs them to be put into the graveyard. And we just didn't have that kind of angle going on. Tamiyo, on the other hand, was space awesome like usual. So I really appreciated that she was also in this deck. So let's give this thing a rating. The question is this deck competitive? You know what? I had really good win rates with this deck, big time. So I'm going to say, yeah, I think that it is competitive. I think that, I mean, I don't know what that means. Are you going to win against mono red and mono blue? No. But is it like a B level deck? Yeah, maybe. Secondly, is this deck fun? Yes, it is. Consuming Blob makes it lots of fun. Croaking Counterpart always is fantastic. I really appreciated Grolnok for when he brought back like 1,000 cards to play with. That was really good. And lastly, was it interesting? Yes, it was. Because we're playing with a lot of cards we don't normally play with. It's like I felt like I was playing with a brand new set for the most part. It was really cool. So ultimately, I think the competitiveness is the only thing I can't give a strong rating on. I did very well with it, but I didn't play it all that much. But the fun and the interesting area put it straight up. So if you're looking for a fun and interesting deck to play, this deck is definitely an A-level deck to play for a while, possibly to make some changes of your own in ways that you might like better. So there you go. A-level deck. I think this one's a good one. If you so choose to play with this deck as well, I hope that you have as much fun as I did. Alright, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.